But yeah, the book is kind of about like being kind of unwatched as a kid and doing pretty much whatever. Like from the time I was 14, I was out on my moped and I was going to punk shows and I was checking out, Black Flag and the Circle Jerks, and I saw Bad Religion 30 years ago, and I just saw them the other night.
Oh, that's right.
And they are as good as ever.
House of Blues.
Really impressed.
Yeah,
they're super energetic. They're like thin. They're like my age, and they're still jumping around. They're really.
Well, you look good.
It gives you hope, doesn't it?
Yeah, I got a couple more years.
I got a few more years left on this carcass. No, you look good. I mean the flappy things on the top of your pockets on your flannel.
I mean, just the fact that I'm still awake at 1:45. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm never, ever, ever, ever awake at this late.
Except on Wednesday.
Except on Wednesday nights. And then it screws up the rest of my weekend.
Yeah. So we were like little wild children out there, and no one was watching. I didn't really know it was such a bad thing until like I think in my 20s I started to like get a little depressed and kind of think like, what the hell, and went into therapy and kind of examined the situation and was like, wait a second, I kind of had to raise myself. Shit.
Well, a lot of us did, yeah, man. Yeah, watch the S-bomb.
Oh. Yeah, my bad.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was kind of the way we all were raised. We all kind of raised ourselves. Do you not agree?
Yeah, we did.
And
yeah,
Mom, if you're listening, you had a hand in it, okay?
Yeah, we had a lot of freedom as young Palisadians, and we certainly loved it at the time, and we all had really great youths. We all had just so much fun, and I always compare teenage years with other people from other places, and we win. We always come out as having the most fun.
But we were trained to win. One of the weird things about being in and it goes with the book, one of the weird things that I felt about being raised where we were, going to school where we went, was we almost expected to have the world handed to us.
Absolutely.
All the teachers, all the adults, all the parents seemed to make it sound like everything was going to come really easy. And I know what happens in a lot of affluent towns all over the country.
Well,
doesn't matter if you're on the beach or not.
You're supposed to do well.
Yeah, you just assume that it's all going to happen for you. And one of the things about
But it's not so easy, is it?
Yeah, you go to your 10-year high school reunion, and you start to see the people filtering out that aren't making it. And you barely afford it to get there yourself.
And sometimes they're the popular, sexy ones from back in the day.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then
the
you
ones
go.
that you thought were going to go far.
Then you go to your 20-year reunion, and thanks to the miracle of medical science, there's a lot of chicks that are hotter than they were when they were in high school, but that doesn't matter because a lot of the guys are all messed up. And again, it starts filtering down, and you just don't see people.
I think
and all
in
the
a
crap
way,
they fed us.
I think in a way it was a lonely. Oh, and when I look back on it, I see a lot of it as very lonely and very like kind of not nourishing, not like spiritually nourishing, not emotionally nourishing. I mean, I think that's why I was running around doing all this crazy stuff, so I wouldn't ever have to stop and feel.
That's what kids do.
That's right, and that's what social groups are all about too. I mean, if you're not fitting in or anything like that, you're going to have trouble that way. And then what the thing is at that particular age, that's all you want to do is fit in. You don't want to try and be yourself necessarily.
And here we are being a little bit nihilistic about all of that when there's people dying in the streets, people shooting each other in neighborhoods that even back then when we were teenagers.
Well, I mean, we
were gnarly.
We had some girls getting kidnapped off the streets. They were hitchhiking. We had one girl get killed inside something by some Mac guard guy, security guard guy.
I remember that.
And if you read the LA Times last week,
10 people get killed in a 2-year period in car accidents using drugs and drinking.
Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty hairy. And I think that's part of the reason why I work with teenagers today. Because I work with teenagers in basically a psych hospital. And because I really, I have a lot of compassion for teenagers now. I look back and I go, damn, it's hard, and for the kids that I help, I mean, I complain about what I went through because there was a certain amount of like neglect and stuff like that. But the kids I work with now are like, they've been very abused and neglected, and they've had like, all these, they're basically orphans. They've had a million different placements, foster homes, group homes. And my heart really goes out to them.
I bet.
I gotta hand it to you, Mike. That's really a great thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Really proud of you.
I bring the kids in. I brought a kid in the other day, and she's 15, and she basically she has been living in juvenile hall since she was 12. And she kept reoffending because she's a very rebellious little girl, and she's got basically no parents because they're drug addicts and in jail and stuff. And she's like a little skinny white girl, and she's has an accent that is so funny. It's like a mixture of African American, Hispanic, and white, because that's what the placements are, and that's what juvenile hall is. And she's just she kept getting locked back up. And when she came into our facility, which is more of a mental health treatment facility, she was starting to complain about it. And I said, you know what? You are so lucky I brought you in here. I was about to reject you.
Wow.
Based on, you touching people inappropriately and sexual acting out and assaults on other people. And I told her, you are really lucky that you got in here, and she's like, oh, okay. I said, try to do well in this program.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you take a lot of that home with you?
No.
No? You're able to put it aside?
Well, I think I have a spiritual practice kind of thing that I do, or like I meditate and all that kind of stuff, and that kind of helps burn off the pain and the sadness of
all the absorption. From
I burn that off, by week, so I don't have to, so it doesn't accumulate.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah,
I do it by feeling and processing.
Yeah,
the emotions that go along with it.
Yeah. Wow. Well, more power to you, man. That's a tough job.
Yeah, it's a trip. See, I'm a dad, so that's a big trip.
It's fun. I mean, it's kind of fun in a way because I get to see some of these kids like do well. They come in, they're doing horrible. They're cutting on themselves, they're assaulting people, and then sometimes by the time they leave, they're like in pretty good shape. They're pretty happy. So
good for you, and good for them.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm proud of you, Mike.
Well, for what you guys don't know,
I sell sugary drinks and salty snacks.
Yes, you do.
Good for me. I'm so proud.
You peddler, you.
Oh my God! What have I become, Eric? What have I become?
Hey kids, come over here. I've got salty snacks and some sugary drinks.
That's wrong, man.
First one's always free.
I ain't selling drugs.
You guys are on-air personalities.
That's right. Not only, don't forget this either. We are award-winning.
What award? What award did you win?
On-air personality.
The 2008 Best Radio Show.
That's right.
For what?
Radio personalities
the world
of the year.
You guys should be on a billboard and shit.
No,
Hollywood Fame Awards, LA Music Awards.
Sorry.
And thank you, Max.
Yes, thanks, Max.
I know you're listening.
Thanks for that nice award.
You guys do a great show here on Livation. It's I've been listening for years actually, and I really like it. What's that?
Secretly,
yes.
I played on this show in my band like
Sap
back in the 90s. That was
Does
fun.
this ring a bell?
Oh yeah, we had like a lounge style song that was very suave.
Chanting to the Gahanza.
I'll never forget it, man. I think it was Chicken and Fish. You guys were playing downstairs somewhere, and you did the theme song to God, was it Beverly Hills 90210 or?
I think we did Melrose Place.
Oh, Melrose Place. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. I'm going, oh, wait, that's a Melrose Place song.
Yeah, we
that was a while ago.
that was when the first Melrose place was out.